Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Business Spotlight. Jonathan Federa and my host and the not my host, my guest, okay, and good friend, Chris Scoville of BluePages.
I
Chris,
mean,
what's going on, brother?
dude, it's great to see you again. I think that you and I are such good partners. We probably already talked 10 times today.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm
So
great,
get
man. I'm really good. It's good to be here. I was actually looking forward to this today because when I looked at my schedule at 5 o'clock this morning, you know
yeah,
how we prepare the night before, and my wife came in. She goes, "What's your day look like tomorrow?" I'm like, "Come over here. Let me show it to you." She goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "How do you do all that in one day?" I said, "Well, you start early."
yeah,
But I was looking forward to this because I was like, oh, like half an hour of just shooting the shit with John. And then I've got another podcast that starts at 4:45 or 5 o'clock today with a company called Roofer. So they brought me in as a finance specialist. So I've got that right after this. So I've got 2 hours of just bliss.
So give everyone a little bit of bio or background on you.
Sure. It's quite simple. I've been working with contractors for over 26 years in the financing space. I started roofing at 19, doing tie beams right here in Florida. So been in the trades and industry a long time. I had a little business that failed miserably because I just wasn't really good at it. For a long time back after 2008, it was called Scoville Home Services up in New York. Well, it's tough to have anything survive in New York. But it was good though. Like the learning experience from starting my own home service business taught me a lot about how to sell in the home, how to price, and it was really good experience. So I don't think it was a failure. I think it launched me having a lot more knowledge with what I do right now to help contractors. So yeah, started a software company 4 years ago. It's called BluePages Pro. We're kind of like, sum it up and make it really simple. We're like Zillow for the home improvement space, right? Like we connect consumers to contractors direct with no lead fee or friction. Yeah. And when I built the software, I frameworked it. So literally it looks just like Zillow. You know, the map's on the left and the contractor's on the right. You go to Zillow and the map's on the left and the homes are on the right. And of course I did that all by design and purpose, right? There's a design and purpose and everything. So yeah, man, I work with contractors. I help them with financing. And I've got this really cool software platform that we launched out there with about 15,000 contractors on it so far. And I just live and breathe this stuff every single day, man. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what were some of the biggest challenges getting BluePages up and off the ground?
I'm living it right now. Dude, the first couple years were fun because like you're like, oh, I'm going to solve for this big problem, right? And then it's the creative and the visionary and the dreamer. Those fun, man. Creating something from nothing. It's like freaking fun. You watch it come to life and you're like, oh, cool, man. Look, this thing works and this is what it does. And all these organic people are joining up. And then when it gets to the business part, that's when shit gets maybe not so fun. Yeah. Realizing that, you know, there's an investor interested in it and you got to put a 5-year prospectus together and assumptions and projection model and do the balance sheet and get it over to somebody so they can build the process. Yeah. And realizing the challenges are and is like a humbling experience of going, I'm not good at doing books. Yeah. I don't know anything about the numbers. I was good at the vision and the dream and the systems and making it come to life and like the ideas on how we could take this to OEM manufacturing, like all that stuff. I'm really good with the creative. And I've got an integrator. It's a great project developer, my partner out in California. Thank God I got him because I wouldn't be able to do all the things that he does. So it's good though. The exercise was good, John, because I realized where my downfalls are and what I need. I need to reach out to the specialists that can do what they can do really well. And it's okay. I don't need to be good at everything. I need to know what I need to delegate out. And I've learned what I need to delegate out. Yep. That's been the biggest challenges, man, is getting money, right, to kind of go 100% into the passion, right? Go all in.
Yeah.
You've been talking about this for years. Hey, when are you going to go in? When are you going to go in, man? Just need money, baby. Like, I need money. I need business money to launch this thing off and balls.
Yeah. Yeah, but you were one of the few that actually took your time, built it, right? Because when you're starting a business, is really two types of people. Okay, you have the first one that just drops everything,
Yeah.
leaves their job, and works on building, and basically with a gun to your head. And hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, because you're you're playing at a spot that's just pure desperation.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's ones that methodically plan everything out and jump the gun when the time is right, and it can at least, let's say, absorb 50 or 60% of what you're currently making. Okay. And truth be told, I did it. I did the second option. I did the second option, and I don't regret it necessarily. Um, but would I have gotten where I want to be faster? I believe so. Would have been more risk, but I probably would have got there faster.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said for both of those.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons.
Well, you've got. Am I getting? Is that me or you?
Wasn't me. I heard it though.
So when you've got a family, right, and responsibilities, I think we have the tendency to be strategically conservative yet aggressive, right? I mean, Andy Frisella says aggressive patience. It takes aggressive patience if you're building something that really will work, and it's a real good solution, and it's evergreen, and it'll last, and it's something you can scale and build out. I think you're sometimes okay with it. It's a lot of these guys that go to market with a widget.
Yep.
And you need to sell that widget before it's copied on Amazon, and it's lost its its ability to be marketed. I mean, we see that on Shark Tank all the time. Can that thing be copied? Is it protected? What's the longevity of the investment? Can we go to market with this thing and just blow it up, make money, and then we all exit? Like, this thing that we've created is something that we can grow, and then we can bring into a really strong exit strategy someday, and then they're going to enjoy the fruits of 25 or 30,000 contractors and really, really good partners on the back end on the consulting and software side that we bring to the table. So yeah, you're right. We methodically, just patiently have built this thing out. But you get to that point, and I call you and consult with you and ask you questions all the time, like, dude, is right now the right time to do this? And it's like that whole saying, like, well, and Gary Vee said it to me. I was on a call with him a couple weeks ago, and I was kind of having the same conversation. And he goes, well, how would it have been if you launched 2 years ago compared to now? Like, well, I don't know. He goes, precisely. Like, when is the right time? We all never really know the right time to ever do anything. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But also think about it this way too. While you can't predict everything, you also know it's hard serving 2 or 3 masters, right? And so this is a great conversation not a lot of people talk about, but it's challenging. It has its own stresses, and you never give your attention fully to what you want to give it to. Right?
Absolutely.
And everybody learns that lesson. I recently read Good to Great. You talk about the hedgehog concept, and that's incredible. Like, if you look at all the top companies that crush the market over a 15-year span, they all revolved around a hedgehog concept. They found what they were the best at, or could be the best at.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they focused on, right? Because you can't beat somebody that's focused on one thing 24/7, 365 days a year. You just can't.
No.
It doesn't work that way. So you got to find out, and you have a kind of a blue market, ocean. So why don't you take us through, what are the next phases? What are you most excited about with BluePages Pro?
I think the next phase, I mean, if I was to play this out perfectly, let's just play La La Land for a sec. This investor comes in and gives us proper seed money, and we can go to market with this thing. And there's a financing element to it that I think will really help the entire database. We get it launched, but that goes right back to what you said, Jonathan, is we only have 100%. People say, oh, go 125, 135%. As far as I'm concerned, there's 100% of what you can give.
Yeah.
My part of my challenges with this is I absolutely love what I do, right? My thing over here, I love what I do. And I'm very passionate about the business that I'm building. If I hated what I did, this would be a total different story, baby. I'd figure out a fucking way to go all in on this, right? But the beautiful thing about what I've created is the thing that I love and I'm really passionate about and love and how I've branded myself, that gets to come with me into this. So that was a big part of the business was I'm not running away from something that I don't love anymore. I'm bringing what I love over there and the branding that I've done and the assistance and the consulting and all the help that I do. And I'm plopping it right in the middle of this software tool that I've built. So I can actually still do that, but I can do it within the platform. So that really is that's the beautiful thing about this. And then it'll be 100% because it'll be me focused on this, right? The marketing, the scaling, the operations, the systems, the processes, the right people, getting the sales team and I get all the cylinders firing and running the ads and developing the next OEM platforms that we want to get there and do some more partnership stuff. We've got some great partners and co-branding and getting up on stages and doing more, more of this and more podcasts to get the information out there on what we solve. So once I've got the ability to put 100% attention into it, that's when I can really start having some fun.
Yeah. Are you worried at all about not gaining the traction and being open to a competitor at this point?
What do you mean by open?
So by delaying, right? You're not where you want to be with it. But we know if you just focus solely on this one thing, would that expedite or dramatically increase where you get to when you get there? Make it a lot harder for someone to replicate.
Good question. So the beautiful thing about what we've created in this space is it's kind of hard to say, well, we don't have a competitor. Like we have competitors that are lead aggregators, right? But we don't necessarily have a competitor that does specifically what we do with a focus on what we do. But to that point, yes. And I felt it over the last 4 weeks because the vision of this financing platform that we're building into this is already starting to take place in some of our partners. So we've got some strategic SaaS partners that are part of our platform that are now adopting into the financing. So yeah, you're right, man. My speed of getting this out, I'm losing market share right now because my partners have been listening to me, right? They've been watching and listening to me for the last couple of years. They're like, oh yeah, of course we need a finance solution built within our SaaS.
Yeah.
Every time that a partner comes in and they listen to me and they build it in there, I'm losing that much more market share that actually should really, at the end of the day, really should be mine. So there's a speed thing here that has been creeping up on me over the last 3 weeks. And it's just nipping at me like that little freaking dog that won't leave you alone going, dude, you're losing market share right now because you haven't launched this baby. So yeah, man, that's part of the challenge, but it's good though, because also within that is the fact that I've watched these people do what I've told them to do and they're launching it and it's working. So I don't need to A/B test it because the people that have done exactly what I told them to do have done it. It's working. So it's a proven concept. Of course, they're still not us. They don't do what we do, but they're partners of ours, which may cause a little bit of a conflict here and there. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm just stoked that they listen to me and they're taking it to the market and they're helping people with money. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
What, tell us about how BluePages drives value to the end user.
Sure. Here's the big value proposition of this thing. Look, contractors, they need I call them relationships. They need leads, right? Mm-hmm. So when I looked at the marketplace 4 years ago and said, well, how do they get leads now? Well, they buy them from Angie, Modernize, Thumbtack, and I'm not picking on any Home Advisor. These lead aggregators, they run ads and they go into this bucket and then they take this lead from 33441 that's looking for roofing and then they sell the lead.
Yep.
I was like, well, geez, what if we could create a system or a tool and make it for the contractor, make it specific to that one contractor and help them drive their own leads to their own tool So they're exclusive and they're theirs, and it goes in their CRM, and they can offer financing, and they've got estimate tools, and they've got proposal tools, and they've got an offer, and they've got a bucket, and they can make an offer for, air conditioning annual maintenance contract right from their BluePage, and we can transact the money right there for them. What if I created a system that they can own the relationship from the get-go and not have to buy it from a lead aggregator, which is, to me, is a third-party non-validated lead that's bought and sold on the market. So, if Angie and these guys create a lead and they take that lead and they sell it to 4 companies, it's diluted. If you're not speed to lead, it's diluted by the time you're the 4th contractor. Like, no, we're good. We've already got 3 people coming over. You're the 4th person that called. Don't ever call me again. Click. Like, that's a horrible experience. But if I can take this platform that I've created in this tool, and I can help the contractor learn how to drive traffic to their own company, and they land on this landing, it's a mic. Whoops. Hold on a second here. I lost you for a sec. It's basically a microsite landing page designed to help them connect, convert, and close. I'm bringing tremendous value because they could still be doing all their social media ads and buying leads maybe from another person or doing whatever they're doing. But then they've got this tool out there that's driving exclusive leads right to their page. Nowhere else. Nobody's sharing them. They're theirs. The lead goes in their CRM. They own that relationship. So with that being said, it was really important because we're not a marketing company, right? We're a software company. It was important for me to have great partners that could help put those bundles together to drive traffic to the page, right? So we've got the best in the industry when it comes to direct mail, postcards, social media, geofence, targeting, just everything that you could imagine on the bundle side, on the back. And then we've got partners on the front to drive traffic to the QR code or the scan of the place of entry point. So we've got partners on the front that can drive the traffic. Then the BluePages, it lands, they connect, convert, and close. And then more traffic comes in on the backside. So we've kind of developed a front and a back with partners. And then we're right in the middle with the solution.
Nice.
And of course, we built financing API, right? So with consumers that land on the page and they need affordable payment options, we've made it very simple for them to get approved up to $100,000 within 15 seconds by clicking a calculator, like right from the page. And then that approval goes right into the contractor's bucket. So he can see the lead, new relationship, the approval. Mr. Smith, congratulations, you're approved to $75,000. I'm going to send John out tomorrow so he can look at the project. And the customer's like, how did you know? Well, you filled out the calculator and you're approved. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And then John comes out and gets up on the roof. This is the roof, air conditioning, whatever it might be. Hey, Mr. Smith, this is great. It's 20 grand. You're approved to 75. Do you want to do that upgrade on the gutter? Do you want to do anything else? Do you want to do exterior siding? That's where you can do upgrades if you want, or just make it to the $20,000, which is $196 a month, and call it a day. So I think the attractive character in the room is going to be financing for a really long time. Yeah. And the contractors can advertise and drive consumers to that particular offer. 12 months, same as cash, low monthly payments of X per month, apply now, 100% financing, whatever the keywords are on postcards, direct mail, newsletters, ads online, door hangers, like whatever it is. The focus is to get them to that offer page, to the video that speaks to it, to click that button right there and get them to apply. So it was just a real kind of a systematic approach to solving a bunch of problems all in one.
Got it. And I think the biggest thing is it's all branded, and people don't understand the value of having everything as one brand. Yeah. Right? If you have a company and you're going out to market, you want them to see your name, see your core values, see your mission, see everything, because you're building a connection, you're building a relationship.
Yep.
When you're buying aggregated leads, not only are you in fierce competition for them, and like you said, speed the lead, well, they don't know the brand.
No.
And so you call them basically, they're interested, but it's essentially someone that's looking, but it's a cold intro.
Yeah. You're just you're number 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. You're number 4.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. From, the strategic postcard of, whatever the offer is, it could be air conditioning tune-up, $69, right?
Yep.
And the consumer gets the postcard or they get the door hanger. They're like, shit, our air conditioner's been running like crap.
Yep.
This guy was here in our neighborhood today, scan the QR code, pushes them to the microsite, the BluePage. There's a video of John, the air conditioner, going, hey, thanks for scanning that QR code. We were in your neighborhood today. We're helping some people with some replacements. We've got some really good energy efficiency stuff going on right now. And listen, we'd love to come on out, check your air conditioner. If you're having a hard time with it, just fill out that form. We'll be right in touch with you. Boom. They fill out the form. And then, of course, it goes back into the automated drip email campaigns. We're going to get in touch with you soon. We're closed right now, or whatever, the process is. But that lead, when it goes to the form on his BluePage, goes right to the owner's cell phone. They don't go anywhere else. It doesn't go into my bucket. I don't care. I don't sell leads.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't sell leads.
Yep.
So that consumer clicked on a QR code from some direct mail piece or door hanger, and they went right to the contractor. It didn't come through me. I didn't take it and go, okay, I'm going to take this air conditioning lead and I'm going to go sell it to 5 people in his market. Like, that data doesn't even come to me, man. That PI, the personal information, goes direct to the contractor's CRM that's built into the portal. So we built an internal CRM inside of we call it the hub, BluePages hub. So that, dude, just the BluePage is just the tool.
Yeah.
We've got the hub, which is the community. So it's not just a software tool. We created a community. So once they become a ProPlan member, they have access to the community where they can go to the contractor coffee shop to get educated. They can go to all my training videos that I do on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Like, how you do all your training videos, and they can go into your thing to learn about it. We've created that for contractors. So once they're in, they're in. And then we're launching the BluePages University, which I'd really love you to be a part of, so you can talk about the solutions that you can provide for these contractors. So I was like, I'm going to take it so far that when someone enrolls for the $1,600 a year thing, that's going to change their life, they're going to come inside of this community and be like, why would I ever leave? Like, I wanted to create so much value for them to go, this is ridiculous. There's no tool out there that's a software tool that once you're in, you're actually within a community. Like, there's software discounts from our software discount partners. There's BluePages Hub University where you can go learn about basically anything. We got 67 different consultants that are building training sessions. There's the Contractor Coffee Shop blog. There's podcasts. Like, it's a whole area within it that we created the community, and that we don't ever want customers to leave. We want them to stay sticky, right?
Yep.
So when their annual renewal comes up for a whopping $1,600 next year, and by the way, they could have closed 10,000 deals. Who knows? I don't care how somebody markets it. I mean, I'm going to give them all the methodology in the world that we can do.
Yeah.
I don't care how many leads they close to the BluePage. We don't increase the price on the subscription. It's the tool that's built for them to help them connect, convert, close more jobs. So we're not in the lead business. I don't care if they've got 10,000 leads. They'll probably laugh at me and go, dude, we closed like 100 leads this year off of this BluePage that you charged me $1,600 for. And I'll go, damn, maybe I shouldn't be selling leads, but that isn't my goal. My goal is to have a real solid financing partner within there. We obviously get to share on revenue streams that we can help contractors close more jobs and bring affordability to the point of sale or the point of need. So that's the ultimate goal, is to have the financing revenues.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. So if somebody wanted to sign up, what's the easiest way to do it?
BluePagesPro.com, top right corner. There's free. You can build a free listing. There's Pro Lite, which is a reduced Pro plan that's got the financing API and a video offer in it. And then there's the Pro plan, which is everything from QR code, digital business card included, live chat, company cam, project map it, financing API, instant estimator, Roofle, the video, the form, like organic methodology. Like we give them a special badge for their website that links their website to the BluePage, so the two work in concert on Google together too, like Google Analytics, a pixel, a Facebook pixel. Like, we load them up with everything that we could possibly think that could help them stay with us, connect with more people, and give them like this really big, huge value package for $1,600. So free is free though. If you hop on the map, you'll build a little cool. It's the baddest ass listing that there is out there. But I mean, I don't know why you would ever want to promote the thing. But you're going to get a URL, and it's going to be tied to your company, and you can do anything you want with it. But I would probably, at minimum, say, hey, spend the $397, or I don't even know what the price is. $397 or $497 for the Pro Light plan, because at least it's a real proper landing page logo.
Yeah.
And we're launching version 2.0 next week when the hub goes live. So the new Pro plans that come out are sick. Like, remember, we started building this thing 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, our page looked really cool. Like, it was what was kind of hot. We had, harder squares, more of a non-blending type of from section to section. I'm looking at it because it's on this big 4x8. And the newer designs are a bit softer, some rounded. Like, we've got real good designers.
Yeah.
Oh, and I built Blue AI. We have artificial intelligence. So when a contractor's building their Blue page and they don't know what type of offer to come up with, well, first of all, I've created 150 that they can just choose from. And I've sectioned them off: roofing, air conditioning, generators. Like, I know all the offers. But if they have a difficult time writing there about us, or they want to write an offer, we have built Blue AI in there. We built Blue artificial intelligence within it. So I've got AI into it as well. So they can get to a section they're having a hard time coming up with, why are we a differentiator in Georgia as a roofer? They can type in, please help me write why Watkins Construction in Mississippi is a differentiator. And it'll pop up a nice little thing to keep in. And it's all self-serve. So a contractor never needs to hire a web developer to make any modifications on their Blue page. They go into their portal, they go to their listing, or if they have multiple addresses, they have multiple listings. They can modify their offer, their about us. They can put new pictures in of jobs that they've done. They can take some out. If they don't like their video, because some people want to change their offer, they can drop a new video in on YouTube, Vimeo, or WPF4. So we've created a self-service app for them to make modifications, which obviously cuts down on the cost, because if you have to hire a web developer every time you need a change.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
That adds up quick.
It's all self-serve. And then, of course, we have 24/7 coverage. So my team over in the Philippines works the flip hours of the people in the United States. So if somebody writes up a ticket at 3 a.m, somebody in the Philippines is up over there helping them. So we've got 24/7 coverage as well.
That's pretty solid, man. So you put a lot of time, effort, and energy into that.
Bootstrap, baby. So funny story. My wife and I were doing this. We're doing this investment process, putting the package together, and she's sitting. Remember, I admitted I'm horrible at numbers.
Yep.
Good with financing, though. I'm just not good at like numbers, like knowing expenses and stuff. I don't like that stuff. But anyway, I love financing. It's great. So we're doing this, and she went to Auburn for mathematics, and she looked at me, and we did this like it was 8 hours on Saturday, it was 6 hours on Sunday, and on Sunday afternoon she goes, I get it. And I go, you get, and she's sitting right here. I go, you get what? She goes, I see where all of our money went. Because it's funny. Because I make a decent living, right?
Yeah.
We ain't got any fucking money. Yeah. Like, oh, that's where all of our money went. Because she's looking at the numbers. And she's going, oh, wow. Oh, it costs that much to run this thing monthly? I'm like, yeah. We never took a penny from an investor. I have 0 debt. I have an 837 FICO. I've got no debt.
Yep.
I have no investors, nothing. I built this whole software company up out of my back pocket, which is really attractive, by the way, when you're talking to people for money, because there's no other partners here that have to be in on the deal.
Yep. No one else will say yes or no.
The hardest part of it was building the software and coming up with the concept and making it actually work. We got we have 16,000 freaking members on the platform already. Like, developing a sales process to introduce them to the Blue page and the value ain't going to be too hard.
No,
it just has to be done.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, it's been fun.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, besides BluePages, Chris, thank you for coming on, by the way. Where can people go and find you if they have questions or they want to sign, besides wanting to sign up?
Yeah, so I think because we're on this platform, wherever people are listening to this, head over to the Facebook. It's Christopher Scoville. I don't think many people are out there with that name, so I'm not too hard to find. Just Christopher Scoville, Scoville. You should be able to find me right there. And I actually own ChristopherScoville.com. This is a simple landing page website that you can also get in touch with me. So if you're not on Facebook, I don't even know how you saw this. But anyway, ChristopherScoville.com. That's a little website I built for myself. It'll go right to me.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for
I
coming on.
appreciate you, man. I like everything that you do for all the contractors we send over to you. And I gotta tell you, I've never had any negative feedback. And I think this is interesting for the audience that may be listening to this. When you're working with partners, it's so important to choose the right partners because your word on your recommendations and your referrals is your bond.
Yep.
If you're not developing good partnerships with people and referring to people that you know, like, trust, it can fuck you up.
Everything. I posted today. Relationships are absolutely everything. Without them, you can't really build a business. You're not going to get anywhere in life.
I learned a very valuable lesson from the CEO that I work for. He built his company that he sold 3 times over. The last time he sold it was for $2.2 billion. When I met him back in 2015, he said, third-party validation and partners is everything. So immediately when I started building the BluePages Pro, my partner out in California isn't from this industry. He's just he's a integrator, man. He didn't understand, kind of the industry. I've had to teach him. And I said, all right, we're going to go be partners with these 35 people. And he's like, what? He goes, well, why? I said, we're going to go partner with these people. He's like, why? I said, because they're the best in the industry. And we're going to create a solution for them and help them grow their business. And he's like, well, what about us? I said, no. We're going to help them grow because that group over there, if we can help them and they like us and we can help them grow, they have 30,000 members on their platform. That one's got 20. They've been in business 7 years. And if I can help all of those groups over there and I can integrate them into my software, when we win, they win.
Yep.
When they win and we help them win, we all win. So that was the real big, solid foundational goal of BluePages, was to bring in the best partners, help their businesses grow.
Yep.
And in turn, we'll all win in the end. So
dude, that was the best part of this whole thing, brother.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's always the close.
That you couldn't have wrapped it up any better than that one.
If there was a mic,
drop the mic. All right, I appreciate you, brother.
I got to run. I got another podcast I got to hop on right now, but I really appreciate you having me on, bro.
Likewise.